Okay, so today I have a couple of videos to be made here. Um, One of them is going to be a haul video, which I think I'm going to do first, and the other one is a collection update on what's been most recently added to Case 6 from the last time that I showed my entire collection. And that will be a lot like the other collection update videos that I've done so far in 2025 with cases 1 through 5, part 2, um, which is different from the last time I did case 5 because last time I just had one case 5 and not a two-parter. But before we get to that collection update, we have a haul to cover, and let's go ahead and get started. Up first is Blue Velvet, which trying to see what genre this would fall under, because if it's horror, I need to address that in where I put the case itself. Looks like it is horror, I guess. So that will be going in my horror collection. And then we have trying to see what year this came out in, because it's probably not the one I was thinking of, but it might be. Anyway, up next here we have Clerks. Whether or not this is the one that features one of the more recent The Floor contestants, Brian, is unclear because this is black and white. And I thought that it would be in color. So yeah, Clerks. And one that I watched last night is Broken Lizard's Club Dread, where most of the people, or most of the characters in the movie, including the killer, end up dead. And it was interesting, put it that way. And then next is the first season of a series that I decided I would be putting with my R ratings, and that is Coupling. There you go. And then up next we have Doppelganger with Drew Barrymore, which has a Canadian 18A rating, which can only translate to an R rating, I think. And then we have Heathers. In case you haven't noticed, we're starting with the R ratings. And then we have Heaven's Prisoners, which is a thriller here. And we have Mystic Pizza, which sounds funny. Doesn't really give an indication as to the genre, so I'm going to put it with the generic R ratings. Yeah. Then we have Observe and Report right here. And then this one, let's see, looks like it is just another generic R rating, and not like a horror movie or something. So, there we go. And then we have The Resident from Hammer. And this one, I think, yeah, it says it's a horror from Hammer Films, so that'll be in the horror section. Rollerball here is a action thriller, it looks like. But it should probably just go with the R ratings, because I think it's a high octane thriller, which doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be scary. It's just, so it says full tilt action, so just regular R ratings. This one, however, is going to go with my horror, and that is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1978 Special Edition. Or 74, my bad. I have a DVD steelbook, but I'm probably going to keep this case and the steelbook, honestly, because this case does look different to the steelbook and is obviously just a regular case. And then we have White Chicks, which looks odd. And we'll see if I like it though or not. And then we have, moving into the rest of the titles here, we have 2010, the year we made contact, which appears to be a follow-up to 2001: A Space Odyssey. Yep, and it even says on the back that it's a sequel novel to 2001: A Space Odyssey, so good to know. As such, I'll be putting it right next to 2001: A Space Odyssey as best as I can. Bestly, I don't know what bestly is. The best way possible. That's what I was trying to say. Another one for horror is Beetlejuice 1 on Blu-ray, and it's a standalone Blu-ray. Now I just gotta try and find the 4K and triple format the sequel. And then I found season 3 only of Danny Phantom, so I gotta try and find the first 2 seasons because I really enjoyed this show. Yeah. Then we have Cartoon Craze, Donald Duck / Woody Woodpecker Pantry Panic, volume 16 here. This will be going to my DC universe because that's where the other Cartoon Crazes properties are. And then we have Letters to God in a slipcover right here, which looks interesting. Yeah. There you go. And then we have War of the Planet of the Apes, which I think I should put with horror as well. But still trying to get the rest of the franchise as well. Hopefully this one's not a duplicate for me. I think I have Rise of the Planet of the Apes and then Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes. Hopefully that's not a duplicate DVD. Anyway, then we have Tom and Jerry movie, The Fast and the Furry, right here. This one's going to be going with my animation stuff, as far as the case is concerned, at least. Then we have Twilight Zone, the movie, which I thought my dad would be more excited about than he was, because he likes the Twilight Zone stuff. But here is the movie from that series, and it's produced by Steven Spielberg. It's not directed by Spielberg, I don't think, but no, it's directed by someone else, but it is produced by Spielberg, so that's cool. And last up for the haul here is going with horror, and it is a prequel to the Hugh Jackman Van Helsing in animated form, and that is Van Helsing: The London Assignment. It actually says on the back here that it is a prequel to the movie, or the live action one featuring Hugh Jackman in it. It's only 33 minutes, so it's kind of short, but the last sentence on here says, experience a Van Helsing adventure that takes place before the events of the blockbuster film. So, while this came out afterwards, apparently, it is set before, and I'll be treating it accordingly by putting this disc before the live action counterpart there. Okay, so that is my haul video here. So that is it for this video. I'll be back with case 6 in just a moment. I'm going to move these back some space to rest the case on, and I'll catch you in the next video. Hope you enjoyed it.